Welcome everyone, my name is Jacob. Thank you for joining me. Where does Gaia GPS fit within the Hunt Map application ecosystem, or does it? In a previous video series on this YouTube channel, I looked at 6 Hunt Map applications and I compared them head to head and rated and ranked them accordingly. And what we found was that there are clear winners and losers. We looked at OnX, BaseMap, GoHunt, HuntWise, HuntStand, and Spartan Forge. And if you want to take a look at those videos, of course, they're on this channel. You can also download a cheat sheet from my Instagram profile. If you go to the profile, hit the link tree, and you'll find the hunting map applications. It's several pages in length, and it has a lot of notes and insight. And of course, it's absolutely free. And now it includes a 7th column where we're looking at Gaia GPS. And when we're looking in this evaluation, we're looking at waypoint offerings, 3D offering, layering offering, topographic maps, and general tools. And we're putting a number to each of those. And so what we're going to do now is look at the desktop version of Gaia GPS and the handheld version of Gaia GPS. And then we'll conclude this video with the final score and rating for Gaia GPS. To be very clear and to be fair to Gaia, they're not designed for the hunter. They're designed for the out there recreationist. They are designed for the hiker. This company has a partnership with Outside Magazine, and so that's something to keep in mind. Now, they do have hunting specific layers within the platform, and it includes all 50 states. It pretty much, to my knowledge, it includes all species: moose, bear, sheep, goat, deer, elk, antelope, etc. So it does have some value in that capacity. But we're going to stop right now. We're going to look at the desktop and again the handheld, and then we'll have some final thoughts. Yes, from a desktop perspective, and we started out with a satellite image outside of Salt Lake City. And I'm going to go ahead and do a tilt here in the 3D mode and give you a sense of what 3D looks like. And you can see there's some really, I think it's pretty strong detail. It gives you a sense of what you're looking at here on the left-hand side and nearby hikes. This is, we'll zoom in a little bit more just to get a sense of what the detail is here. It has a, it's not a full tilt, it's more of a 30-degree tilt. And so we're going to get out of this, and I'll show you a few of the layers that I like. Now, 3D is not available on the handheld. We're going to pull this down. You can see we'll pull up slope angle, which is a nice tool. A lot of apps are picking that up now to give you a sense of terrain features, hidden benches, areas that you want to target. You see timber harvest. We'll pull up snow depth here. You can see that a lot of, here in February of 2023, there's a lot of snow going on in the Salt Lake City area. Here we have roadless and trailless areas, and then just roadless areas further below. A precipitation forecast. You can see, in terms of inches predicted for the next 72 hours. So there's a lot of tools here that this offers. I love the USGS topo layer, very fine detail, and let's see if we can get that into the 3D mode, and you can really see some of that detail come alive. And I tend to focus on western states because of the contrast between mountains and such, for obvious reasons, but this would be great in the east as well. We've got the private land, and there's just quite a few other layers that we will not get into in terms of, you see cell coverage, you see wildfires, you see elk zones, other WMUs or game management areas and such. We could categorize information in terms of folders. Here's the waypoints. This is a real chink in the armor as it relates to hunting, because there are no real hunting waypoints, but there's a lot of emojis or whatever that you might see on your cell phone. You can create a route, so we'll cancel this, and if we are planning a particular hike, we can create a route in here. It'll also show up on our phone, and then we can draw and shape areas. We can import data, so if I'm using another platform, I can import that data, and then I can print an image. And let's just take a look at what that might look like if we can get this to work. So we're not going to mess with that. It doesn't seem to be active, but I have used it in the past. It's it's a nice tool. Here's a feature that is really interesting: is public tracks. You'll see this on the handheld version, but these are tracks from other people and that they've made public. It's difficult to see with the USGS topo, but you can see here there's some other. These are people that are sharing their hikes essentially, and so this I can see could be really useful if you are traveling out of state to an area. And even within this, my understanding is that you can get the data on this hike in terms of the date, the time. You can see here some of the information. So if you're planning something in the month of January, it'll help you determine if this is a legitimate hike that you could do. Or you see February and January here, you see another one in October. So there's a lot of robust tools here on the desktop version of Gaia. Again, the 3D is available on desktop, not on the handheld. So let's stop here, and we're going to pivot to look at the handheld version of Gaia GPS and see what it offers. Handheld iteration of Gaia GPS. And again, the layers are robust. Here we're again in Salt Lake City. I'm going to pull up some of the layers and activate them. You can see public land comes up. I'm going to pull up roadless areas. I really like the interface. You can see sort of at a third of the way down, there's a compass that's always active. Right now we're facing a little bit southeast. As I go through this, I've pulled up the USGS topo. It shows my elevation where I'm currently at. Active wildfires. So there's robust layers, which we've talked about. The public tracks, I think, is a really nice tool. It also, you're going to see as I move forward, I'll pull up some nearby trail and some of the images so you get a sense of what the terrain looks like. Here we've got the slope angle tool, which again has some real value regardless of what you're hunting for or where you're hunting. We're going to pull up snow depth. I really like the interface. I think there's a lot of fine detail on the handheld. There's the elk units. As I zoom in and out, you can really see the image quality is very high. We've pulled up some of the roads and trails there. Those are significant for obvious reasons. You see some of the other map layers that I don't know if I don't think I pull up any others. I'm gonna click over here. You can see some of the additional ones, some of the international layers, and then we also have the satellite layers, FreshSat, which is some of the images in FreshSat. Now we haven't pulled them up here or on the desktop, but they were taken like a week ago, February 9th of 2023, so very current. Now this is the public tracks feature that I referred to, and these are tracks that other people have made public. And so I think from an out-of-state scouting standpoint, this could be really, really insightful and helpful. And here you can pull up nearby trails and look at the terrain, see reviews, and obviously give you a sense of where the public is going as opposed to maybe areas that you want to avoid if some of these trails are real popular. As I've mentioned, there's no 3D on the handheld. There's no tools, and the waypoints are really limited in terms of what a hunter might want. A lot of them are emojis that you might find on your phone. So I think this wraps up the handheld evaluation. Now we're going to pivot and sort of discuss final thoughts and sort of the final scoring of where this platform fits within the mapping application ecosystem. So let's close this out with some final thoughts and final scoring. So out of 80 points, Gaia scored a total of 42. They scored a 9 with the desktop 3D. They scored a 0 on handheld 3D because they didn't have it. They had an 8 with layers because they are so layer rich. A 0 with tools. A 4 with waypoints. A 10 with their topo layer options, which includes 15 different types of topo. There's some duplication there. A 6 in terms of value, and a 5 in terms of versatility. And how does that 42 compare to the other map applications? Well, Spartan Forge scored a 32. So Gaia outperformed Spartan Forge, at least at this particular point in time. GoHunt scored a 53. BaseMap a 55, HuntStand a 64, OnX a 64, and HuntWise a 69. And again, if you'd like to take a look at that cheat sheet, please go to my Instagram profile, click on the link in the profile. You'll be able to download that. It'll have all 7 of these rankings and reviews and my commentary for each of these map applications. So Gaia is a very powerful, in my opinion, scouting tool. It's something that can be used. I like it a lot for Western hunting. It's an excellent complement or backup if you have a primary mapping platform that you use. Maybe you use OnX and you want something to have your maps downloaded on as well, just in case OnX crashes. I think if I had HuntStand or if I had Spartan Forge, then I would definitely have this platform for my out-of-state travels, because there are limitations with HuntStand and Spartan Forge in terms of some of their the WMUs or GMUs or hunt zones for other states or even within your main state. And so there's some limitations with those platforms, and if I needed something to complement me for my Western hunt or another hunt out of state, this is definitely what I would get. It is $40, so it's not exactly cheap, but I think it's just a really strong platform. And again, if you think about if you've used Google Earth for scouting purposes, Google Earth has the best 3D imagery, and then Google Earth allows you to pull in different plugins for wildfires, for hunt units, for slope angle, for snow depth. It allows you to pull in a plugin for the USGS topo. And so Google Earth is a great scouting tool in that regard, and Gaia GPS is a little bit like that, where the plugins are already built there for you. And the benefit with Gaia is that it's mobile. You can download it. You can download the maps to your phone. It also has that public tracking, which I think or the public tracks, which is incredible to see where other people have hiked, and maybe there's an established trail there if you're looking for that. It also has access. It has visibility to other nearby areas of interest from a hiking standpoint, and it gives you a sense of what that terrain looks like. So there is some value there. I think it's primarily a scouting tool and a complementary to my primary hunt app, but I would encourage you to check it out for yourself. The free level is it includes a lot of tools for free if you just download it and play with it, or you can try premium for 7 days and get a sense of if it's a good fit for you or not. But I think I didn't emphasize it enough on some of the demos, but I think it is it's layer rich, and you could take a look and see what the layers might be of value to you. So hope this is helpful. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I hope to provide more content of this nature. And please, again, check out the cheat sheet and check out the other videos where I look at the other platforms that are also on this YouTube channel. Thanks so much. All the best. Best luck this season, and connect with you soon. Thank you.